YouTube, what's happening with y'all fools, man? It's your boy Fly Guy Only Man back at it again with another video. Hope everybody out there is having a blessed one, a safe one, a promise one. You did. Hey, before we even start the video, 'cause I know a lot of you crybaby ass niggas sit here keep on complaining. Hey, you talk too goddamn much. Leave us a link in the video. Y'all sound like little ass girls, all right? So look, the video is called 4 Signs You're Sexually Attractive Guys to Women, all right? That's all you have to do. Type it in. I'm not finna be your mother. I'm not finna be your father, and put the link down there. Type it in, you'll find it. If you want to know the person's name, you go to the person's page right here.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jessica.
All right? Jessica D. Dayton. Well, Jessica J. Dayton, what I should say. But anywho, y'all got the information. I don't want to hear no more.
Thought to yourself, Jessica.
So basically, I'm guessing that this is a video that I want to say for us to help guys to figure out if a girl is sexually attracted to him or not. Rule of thumb, I'm always going to say this, and this is one thing that I always believe in. I never understood guys getting certain dating advice and dating tips from just other guys. Like, bro, you're getting all this information from a guy. You're not getting no information from the opposite sex that you're trying to date. So a lot of times, why it's good to listen to the dating advice coaches that y'all be listening to, it's also good to also listen to what the female, the ones that you're trying to attract, what they have to say about certain things too as well. Because I feel like listening to a video like this will help y'all understand to pick up on certain signs and stuff like that before you can go ahead and try to get at a girl. Versus listening to what a dude has to tell you to try to get a girl. It's like, bro, come on now, he's a guy. Talk to the women. That's why I'm so happy that I be around a bunch of women, because I ask them these certain questions and stuff. Like, I would never ask no guy these certain questions. But let's go ahead and see what she got to say real quick, man. Let's see if we agree with this shit.
What are some signs that I am sexually attractive to women? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because I was just telling this story the other day to my clients about how men think one thing is attractive to women, and women usually don't think that thing is attractive to us. So because I love shedding light on the differences between how we think, that's exactly what I'm gonna tell you today, and to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear how we women truly are from Venus and y'all are from Mars, or another one of my videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. I think those were the planets. Do y'all know what I'm referencing? Anyway, I was telling this story to my clients yesterday about how I went on this Colombian jungle excursion with a bunch of dudes in the industry. It was me and 15 other dudes. I was literally the only woman. And we were taken into the jungle for 48 hours with this group who does this excursion. It was 4 dudes who were ex-military. They were all French, super buff, super fucking fine. And then there was the main dude who was this scrawny botanist. He was a researcher who was into plants and shit. But he was our... So I find out later that all the guys in my group were yo, Jessica's totally gonna fuck one of the guides. And these guys were ripped open cans with their bare hands. They built fire with their bare hands. They set up my hammock in the jungle on a mountain. They were some fucking Rambo type motherfuckers. All of them could have been the lead in a Rambo movie. And all my friends in this group thought, surely one of these 4 guys was going to make it into my heart and puss by the end of these 48 hours. And so we're all talking when we all get home, back to regular civilization. They were like, Jessica, which one of those guys were you into? And I was like, honestly, I really liked the botanist. Now, the botanist was a French white Urkel, high-pitched voice, nerdy, awful posture. But I don't know, just something about him was just so sexy. I don't even know. The other men didn't give a shit about me. They were they were very masculine and sexy on a physical scale. But
It sounded like she wanted the dude that she could push over on. She wanted the plant lover. That's who she wanted. She wanted the plant lover. She didn't want the dude that was all muscular and buff, man, and probably put her little ass in her place all goddamn. She don't want to mess with that dude. Hey. All the videos that we be watching, man, hey, what be going on? What I be telling y'all, man, women likes the guys that they feel like they can push over on. She didn't want the guys that she feels like, oh man, this motherfucker right here is gonna tell me what to do. He's gonna cheat on me because he's sexy. He doesn't really need me. He don't do, I don't want to fuck with him. I want the guy that wants to put my pussy on a pedestal. That's why she was picking the plant guy. That's tough right there. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Bro, I tell people this all the time. Females' opinion on the opposite sex changes every single day. One day she's attracted to a Rambo looking guy. The next day she's attracted to a research and developer, plant, Jurassic Park dinosaur looking ass, scientist looking nerd motherfucker. The next day she attracted to a gangster ass, thug ass, GD, BD, whatever from the southeast side of Chicago ass nigga. The next day she want old country bunking, living in a bayou, grabbing catfish with their bare hands. The next day, it just always changed, bro. It just always changes, man. They mindset changes like the seasons, bro. You know how we got 4 seasons, the 4 seasons repeat themselves every year? A woman mind changes 1,000 times and it never repeats itself. It just keeps on changing. It's just a rotating door at all times, bro.
But that's not what attracted me to them. So I'm going to tell you exactly what attracted me to the botanist, the super skinny botanist. And it'll make more sense to you once you hear these 4 signs. So the first sign you are sexually attracted to women is that she's physically erratic around you. So if we find you sexually attractive, that means we are interested in you in the puss. Like there's something very primal about what you're doing to us. And we feel it in our bodies. So if we feel you from a physical sense, where we're attracted to you in a physical sense, we will be physically unhinged around you. Whether it's frantically flipping our hair or frantically fidgeting or even seemingly cold and like tense, we will be physically different around you because again, we are feeling physically interested in you.
Now, I will admit to this. Now, this could be used in any type of situation, right? Like, it could be used if you just walk up to a female, talk to them, or whatever the case may be. Pay attention to body language. Body language right there will tell you a lot of what you need to know if this conversation is going to go somewhere or if this conversation is not going to go somewhere. You got to be able to pick up on body languages, all right? That's one thing that you should always be able to pick up on is body language. I'm going to tell y'all how I picked up on body languages, all right? I picked up on body language just for the simple fact that I'm from Chicago, goddammit. So me living in the streets and stuff like that and being out here and have to pay attention to these knuckle ass niggas out here and shit like that, I had to pick up on body language to see if a motherfucker's gonna walk up to me or approach me in an aggressive manner or not. I had to pick up on that shit. And when you pick up on body language, it goes hand in hand with, the both sex, man. It goes hand in hand, bro. Like, I can tell if I'm talking to a guy enough, and when I say talking to a guy, I don't mean hollering at them, but I'm just saying having a conversation with them. I can tell what his intentions are just by the conversation and how his body language is. Same thing with females. I can tell by what their intentions is and if this conversation that we're having right now is going to proceed or do I need to cut it short because either A, her body language is giving me a sign that she's attractive, or B, her body language is giving me a sign that she's not attractive. Like, you just had to pick up on certain stuff like that. It's not always what they say or how they respond to your question. Sometimes you picking up on their body language will help you determine if you need to carry on this conversation or not. Because if her body language looks like she's being very annoyed and like pissed off and stuff like that, but yes, she's answering your question, then you should take the initiative to either cut the conversation or just walk off type shit. But you got some women that they really don't have no conversation skills. They really don't know how to talk. But if their body language is giving you a warm, pleasant, she wants to carry on this conversation, then you got to be the one to determine, like, okay, maybe she's a female that doesn't really know how to talk, or she don't have really good communicational skills, or she might be nervous. She might be nervous. But her body language is telling me that she wants me to stay here. She wants me to continue to talk. She's not giving me a body language that, she's annoyed or whatever. You just got to pick up on shit like that.
You might catch a girl pacing or shaking her leg or like playing with her nails. Whatever it is, you are having a physical effect on her. Mine was I couldn't stop cursing. Granted, I curse a fucking lot. We all know this. But, said botanist even noticed, he's like, do you always curse this much? And I was like, I didn't fucking think so. But
Damn.
It was very out of the ordinary.
Damn.
I was very physically erratic and undone around this point. The second one is she blushes a lot. Guys, I've tried to demonstrate what blushing looks like, but it's hard when it's not happening in real time. So I'll conjure it up right now. Okay, that's blushing. It's when like she can't like really contain herself, and you'll see her cheeks turn red when she just looks at you, or if you make her laugh, she kind of like, you could tell that she's like laughing in the heart and puss. Like, we laugh from the puss too, guys. I'm telling.
basically what she's trying to say is you could say some old Mickey Mouse ass ABC 123 ass nerd shit, and she just overly laugh at it, like just overly does it and stuff like that. But you also got to pay attention to as well, though. Is he only doing that with you, or is he doing that with everybody else? Also pay attention to that as well, because there's some women out there, people in general, that they just have a goofy spirit about them, so they laugh the same way with everybody, and you might take that in consideration, think that that's because of what you're doing, but in hindsight, that's just how she laugh at everybody. So sometimes you gotta do your report before you try to go in for the kill. You feel me? But it's just how she laugh and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's just body language once again.
Telling you, her cheeks turning red, that's her puss turning red. Which then brings me to the third one, which is
she kills me with that shit
a lot. I can't tell you how many hair flips I do when I'm attracted to a guy. Granted, I hair flip so much with y'all. But again, it's one of those things where because you are having a physical effect on us, we cannot stop from physically touching ourselves, whether it's to draw attention to our bodies or because our bodies are going through a lot of different experiences around you. So we're just like holding ourselves in check. We become so much more aware of ourselves physically when we are physically attracted to you. So you might see her hold herself a little bit. You might see her hair flipping. You will just see a lot of physical stuff happening in her because she's so much more aware of what's going on in her body, and she's either trying to control it or it's unhinged. Which then brings me to the fourth one. This is like a dead giveaway. I'll tell you right now.
What's a dead giveaway?
Fucking dude that I want to get sexy as fuck with, I will absolutely take off my shirt. In some capacity. So if I got a sweater on, I take that sweater off so fucking fast. If I've got a t-shirt on, I run and put on a little crop top as fast as I can. We bare ourselves more. Because if we find you sexually attractive, we also want you to look at us sexually. I'll tell you right now, I had this one girlfriend, I can always tell when a fine ass dude walked in the room because she always took off her sweater. She wore hoodies everywhere, but we don't just wear hoodies. You got shit on underneath. She always took off the hoodie, always. I always knew, because her and I were super casual around each other, but I knew there was a fine.
Hey, let me ask this question too as well, because I don't think there has not been one female that ever been able to answer this question for me, right? Is it just me? But why, like, why y'all always say so cold? Like, everywhere y'all go, y'all say it's cold. Like, in the car, y'all say it's cold. In the house, y'all say it's cold. Outside, you say it's cold. Like, you're always saying it's goddamn cold. Like, what is that? Like, every time I be around or see a woman or something like that, they always talk about it's cold. Like, bro, it's hot as shit. Maybe I'm a person that I stay hot all the time. Like, I don't know. I'm hot right now. Like, I stay hot all the time. But women always be talking about they cold. I be like, what the fuck? It's 90 degrees outside. You talking about you cold and shit. What the fuck is really going on?
This dude in the vicinity of this bitch is taking off her hoodie. And sure enough, I see, oh, there he is. But again, it doesn't always have to do with your looks. Granted, the example I just gave of my friend, that's based on looks, but usually it's how you're making us feel. So a couple years later, I was back in Colombia and the group was all women this time, but we had the same instructors for the Colombian excursion, and all the girls were like, wait, which dude were you attracted to? Because
right.
they just like looked at a picture of these guys, and I was like, yeah, that weird looking dude. And then by the end of it, they were like, okay, I get it. Because to us women, we are affected by how you make us feel emotionally. Do you know how many physically good-looking men have crossed my paths, and the second they open their mouths, I'm like, ugh. I remember me and my brother one time, we went to this singles event in Brooklyn. Was it Brooklyn? And, there's plenty of single men, plenty of single women, whatever. And there was this one guy who caught my eye, and I was like, he looking good. And he, like, caught me from across the room, and, like, he, like, made a point to, like, never come over to me. He was just, like, talking to these other girls, and he'd, like, look over at me, and he'd, like, wink, and I'd be like, oh my god, so fine. Then, by the time he walked over to me, this is what he said. Hey, every time I saw you from across the room, I knew that you were, like, totally the hottest girl here, but I didn't want to, like, come over, like, right away or anything, but I just, like, knew I wanted to talk to you this whole time. What's your name? Where are you from? How long you been single? Like, what are you looking for? That was literally all the first thing he said to me.
What the fuck?
How dry do you think my vajij was within
what the
those
fuck?
first couple seconds? Exactly. And this is exactly what we train all our clients out.
But this is just common sense. I think I tell y'all this all the goddamn time. Women are not always attracted by looks. Yes, from a distance, from afar, from a photo, yes, that would be the first thing that they initially see of you because that's the only thing that they know of you is your looks. But women go off of emotions. What did I tell y'all in these other videos, bro? If a trash can make a woman feel good, she will fuck the trash can. Come on now. Take what I'm saying in consideration and take that to how you look. You can look like whatever, but if you make her feel good, you make her laugh, you make her feel comfortable, safe, and all that good old stuff, she will like you. It's not always about looks. Looks is just a plus, but it's not always about looks. It's about emotions. That's what it is. What you saying, how you talking, how you making her feel, how you making her laugh, are you making her feel comfortable? That's what it's all about. That's it. That's all, bro. Like, it's not that hard.
Out of doing is ruining it within seconds of opening their mouth, and instead getting her hooked the second they open their mouth with my 90-day coaching program. So if you know you want to get to this place.
Hey, and that's another thing too as well. Y'all niggas need to learn how to talk too, cause y'all, I don't know what the fuck y'all be saying. Y'all be saying some weird ass shit. But if y'all want to see that video in its entirety, 4 signs you're sexually attractive guy to women. Jessica J Dating. Check out her page and stuff like that. You already know. Cool little video. I mean, that's pretty much shit that I already knew about and stuff like that. Like, it's just bare minimum basic ass shit that you should already know about, right? But it's a lot of guys out there that don't know shit like this. You know what I'm saying? It's all about emotions. You gotta play with their emotions. You gotta get to their emotions. Don't try to be doing all this extra shit. That's just extra shit. The core base is emotions. What is the emotions? Making her feel good, making her feel wanted, making her feel special. That's all it is. Anybody can do that. You ain't gotta be, you know what I'm saying, Ben Affleck to do that shit. Anybody can do that shit. You feel me? But other than that though, man, enough of my peace, love, and blessings and positivity. You already know we rocking. I'm gonna catch y'all big at the fools in the next video. You already know, man, peace, love, and blessings. And I'm about this bitch, man. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay gained up, all that good old shit. Also, follow me on all social media platforms, Fly Guy Only 773 across the net, Instagram, all that good old shit you already know. But until next time, I'll holler at y'all next one. Peace, love, and blessing. I'm gone.